Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier Ellie, and we are just a little bit tired today, both of us. We're kind of in a relaxing mode. In fact, I had to get some Coke to keep me awake here. I keep yawning. Last night was kind of a big night for, well, not a huge night, but last night, the pre-order opened for demonstrators for the spring catalog and the spring 2022 catalog. And I just get so excited whenever a new catalog goes live. It'll go live to customers on January 4th, but demonstrators were able to get it. It said last night at 3 o'clock, but that's Utah time, and it popped up a little sooner, and so about midnight there I am ordering all these fabulous new products, and then I couldn't get back to sleep, and I woke up at 2 and 3, and I had one of my girlfriends, another demonstrator, she was texting me at 4 and I was texting back, so I'm just sleepy today. Ellie got more sleep than I did, but I am just ready to take a nap, I can tell you that. Carol, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by today. So happy December. I haven't even seen you guys since Thanksgiving a week ago, and I hope that all of you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We did. We ate lots of wonderful food, and we're already into Christmas. We started decorating the house already, and lots of the decorations are up, so we're just really excited. And I'm making my cards. I had a girlfriend come over yesterday and help me, and we made almost all my cards because I do have a lot. Actually, we did make all my cards. We created them, and now I'm going to be addressing them. So if you're one of my customers, hi Linda, good to see you. If you're one of my customers or one of my downline, be looking for a Christmas card from me as soon as I get them addressed and sent out. After I take a little nap, I think, because I was up so late last night. What else did I want to tell you? I think that's about it, because there's so much news to talk about today. So I'm going to put Ellie down and let her take her little nap. And we are going to talk about some news. Let me have just a little sip of my Coke again, because I want to be with it so I can tell you everything that's happening at Stampin' Up. It's a lot of stuff. Who else drinks Coke to keep you awake or to keep you alert? And coffee. I drink coffee in the morning, and then usually I have a Coke afternoon to just keep me going. Thank you for letting me have a little sip. Okay, so what is new? So much is new. The clearance rack was updated today, the Stampin' Up! Clearance rack. They only do this a few times a year, like maybe 4 times a year. Stampin' Up!, don't quote me on that, but it doesn't seem like very often to me. And Stampin' Up! Then updates the clearance rack and dumps all kinds of new stuff into it, and that happened this morning. And so jump over there, just pop on my online store, the link is right up above, and go to clearance rack, and there's all kinds of new stuff, deeply discounted. It's not new. I mean, it's new to the clearance rack, but it's not new product. It's retired product. Ribbons and paper that they're selling at very deep discounts. Like you can get a bolt of ribbon for $2. So pop over there and see what you can get. It's a great opportunity. And when you do, be sure you use my host code for December. I've written that up above here for you. You'll see it in the description. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, I'll try to put it down below. Sometimes I forget. But it's always on my blog on the right sidebar. And the gift I'm giving this month is a B block, a clear block B. If you use my host code for your orders of $50 or more, and I will send you a special thank you note made by me and a clear block B. I use this block quite frequently. B, C, and D are my most commonly used blocks. So I decided to start giving you guys some as your host code gifts so that you would have extras around too. Pam, good to see you too. Thanks for stopping by. So clearance rack. Then last chance items. Now, what that means, we're looking to the new year. I told you we just this morning were able to pre-order from the new spring catalog for 2022. I was able to get a few things early because I went to Onstage, and I've shown you what I got, but it's a big catalog, I think, for our normal minis, and there's way more in there, and I ordered way more stuff, so there's going to be a lot to show you when it comes. But what that means is the holiday catalog, the June to December 2021 catalog, is going to be going away at the end of December. And so they're doing a last chance promotion, and they're telling you what products are going away, and it's most of them. And some of those are on sale, not all of them. A fewer number on sale. The clearance rack is a big sale. This is a special on some items, but it also lets you know what's going away. And so these are some printouts that on my blog, I wasn't able to get them linked here. I'll try to link them on the YouTube video. Charts, Excel spreadsheets, and PDFs that tell you what's going and what's staying. But really, the best way to know is pop on over to my online store. Again, the link is up at the top. And you can, there's a big sign right as you pop on the website, the Stampin' Up website, last chance items. You click on that, and really it's much easier to see over there. It shows you what are the last chance items, and if there is a sale, they show you the sale price. So that is going on all of December, and you don't want to miss it. If there are things you really wanted, they may not be coming back. Most of them are not coming back, so scoop those up while you can. I know I scooped up a few things that I hadn't purchased yet, so be sure you do that. And then if you've been on my blog or over on my Facebook page during the past few days, you've seen that I have a new special little goodie for you guys. It's gift giving time, and I wanted to help you with your gift giving. So what I've created, and I'm going to put this, let me get the camera down so that I can show it to you. This is, I'm calling it the Pretty Adhesive Pack. And what it is a darling bright pink clear cosmetics bag filled with 5 different Stampin' Up adhesives, and lots of ribbons and a couple of bows in pink and black and white. And I love ribbons and bows. I love the pink, and I love Stampin' Up adhesives. And I thought this would be a great gift that you can give to your stamping friends. A lot of people don't buy Stampin' Up adhesives. They make do with others, and they're never as good. I think our adhesives are so fabulous. So this pack is $38, including shipping anywhere in the U.S. Or if you're in town and in the San Diego County and you want to do a porch pickup, it's $27, because that I can remove the charge for the shipping. But it's a fabulous gift, and you could give it to yourself even, because it's just so cute, and it's great to carry with you when you're going to card classes, and you can fit a lot more. Someday I might do a deluxe kit or pack, because you could also put in paper snips, our fabulous scissors, the little paper snips, and a bone folder. So there's some other things that could be added. I may do a deluxe bag at some point, but this is my Pretty Adhesive Pack. To get it, email me, Peggy at prettypapercards.com, and I'll send you a PayPal invoice, or you can pay me by Venmo or some of the other quick pay things. But I just want to give you some great ideas for the holidays, for your gift giving. And another thing is my gift certificates. I will print out a real nice gift certificate for anyone that you would like to give a gift certificate to. They're through me. So what you do is you decide on an amount, you email me with the amount and the recipient's name, and I will create a real pretty paper, heavyweight paper gift certificate and send it to you if you'd like to give it that way. If not, I'll create a pretty electronic gift certificate, and I can actually email it to your to the person who's receiving the gift, or I can send it back to you and you can send it to that person. So, and 2 easy gifts, easy ways to shop during the holiday season: the adhesive pack, my Pretty Adhesive Pack, and gift certificates from me. I'm always trying to help you guys. Okay, let's take a quick look at the cover of the new catalog. So here is the new mini catalog for January to June, and it is full. It is fun, full of lots of fabulous goodies. In fact, I've just been carrying it everywhere with me, and I don't know if you can tell, but I spilled coffee on it the other day because I'm just going over it and over it. It's got so many fabulous things. And then also starting in January is Celebration. January and February, our biggest sales of the year, our Celebration. And we have really great stuff. I've heard some people saying this is one of the best Celebration catalogs we've ever had. So be looking for those. If you are my customer, if you've purchased from me through my online shop over the past, I think I might have even done it 9 months to a year, I'm having catalogs mailed to you by Stampin' Up. It may be, I'm not quite sure, maybe 3 to 4 more weeks before they send them, because they do send them bulk mail. But if you are on my list from my online store, if you've purchased there, a catalog is coming to you. If not, and you've purchased through me for things like online classes and things like that, and you want some catalogs, just email me, Peggy@prettypapercards.com. My catalogs that I'm getting to my home should be coming early next week, and I'll pop some catalogs in the mail to you right away. I want to make sure all of you see these beautiful, beautiful products. Okay, are you ready for today's card? Today we are making, and I want to get my directions out. Oh, prize. You guys have to make sure, hi Kay, good to see you. I need you to help me make sure that I give away the prizes, because sometimes I forget. But I did have it on my notes today. So prizes. The prize from a week ago, the day before Thanksgiving, Wednesday the 24th, was some, let me come back full now, and so that you can see this better. Okay, it was a pack of black glitter paper, very beautiful. Now to send it to you, I'm going to have to cut it down into 6 by 6. But the winner of that was a new commenter that I hadn't seen, whom I had not seen comment before on our Facebook Live, and that was Peggy Murray Bogdan from North Idaho. So I felt like that was just so appropriate that another Peggy would win. So Peggy Bogdan, if you hear this, contact me with your address so I can mail it to you. And if you don't contact me within 2 weeks, it'll go back in my pile. And for gifting, I have a big bin for gifting. Now for this coming week, the gift is some penguin paper. This was a Celebration gift, and this is a full, entire, unopened pack, but I will cut it down to 6 by 6 to send it to you. So if you want this prize, if you want a full pack of the penguin paper, which is not available anymore, it was only during the Celebration that ended earlier this year, put prize in your comments, and then you'll be entered into the drawing to receive this paper. So don't forget. And then you have to pop back in next week to see if you won. And then you just send me your address. So, okay. Now for the card. Now we're going to go back again so that you can see our project for today. Here is our beautiful project for today. I am so excited about this project. There's the envelope. It really is a stepped up project. Let me see if I can move my camera just a hair bit over this way so you can see it a little better. Okay, it is called a Christmas Pocket Greeting, and it's a little bit interactive. Hi Eleanor, thank you so much for saying you wanted the prize, and Linda and Kay, excellent. Okay, so this is the Christmas Pocket Greeting, and look what it does. It pops out. It's a little pocket. I'll move that so that you can really see it. We're going to make this card, and the little pocket part pops right out. Isn't it just cute? And you can make it all different ways. I'm going to show you a couple of other samples that I've made. This is, like I said, a really stepped up version. Here's an easier version. This is pretty simple, easier. Not as much bling and adornment, but still cute. So you can decorate them any way you want. You can make them out of any color that you like. Here's another one. that I made out of the Whimsy and Wonder Suite. At the top I'm putting Warmth, Joy, and Happiness. And then one thing about this one is instead of a ribbon going through, it has a little strip of paper, so that's even easier. And then here's a simple one made from the Gingerbread and Peppermint suite. And it's just really simple designer series paper ribbon. I did make a tag, but you don't have to. You can do anything. And the little pull out, the little pocket greeting. Isn't that cute? Well, I want to show you how to make the card itself so that you can make it like this one, or you can make, this is the one we're going to make today, or you can make it and decorate it any way that you want to. And this is a Christmas card. It's called, it says Joyful Season, and it says up here, Sending Love. And I'll show you the sets we're going to use today. The circular stamp is from Encircled in Warmth. It's in our holiday catalog. And I don't think it's continuing. I think it's on that last chance list if you want it. And we're using this stamp here, Joyful Season. And then for the top where it says Sending Love, because some people are just acquaintances, but other people are family or very special friends, and you might want to say Sending Love. And this is in Heartfelt Wishes, and I don't think this is carrying over either. So this is probably in the last chance. I haven't looked that carefully. I don't want to, anyway, I might be sad, so I haven't looked that carefully. But these are the two sets we're using today. And the dies we're using today are Encircled in Beauty, and we're using that to create this beautiful circular doily. And this is continuing. I think that the die set continues because that's in our annual catalog. And these are the dies that created that. And then our layering circle dies, which we use all the time. Okay, let's get started. The first thing we need to do is cut our card base. That's the most important thing. And once you do cut the card base, then you know what is happening, and you can just go to town. So the card base, and let me get my notes out right here, is 5.5. No. I told you I was tired. It's 11 inches long. It's 1/2 of an 8.5 by 11 sheet. 11 inches long and 4 1/4 wide. Okay, so you just cut one sheet in half, lengthwise, one sheet of our beautiful cardstock. And then we're going to score it, and I'm using the Stampin' Up paper trimmer here. I've got my cutting blade pushed up at the top, and I'm using the score blade, and I'm going to score at 5.5. And then I'm going to move it down and score at 1 1/4, which is right there. And this is Gorgeous Grape cardstock. It's beautiful. I thought we'd make a purple card today. People do use purple during the holidays. It speaks of royalty, and it just seemed like it would be nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold our card as normal, right in half at the 5.5 score mark. And the one trick here is be very careful. I mean, actually do some good burnishing, which means pressing your fold line down with your bone folder. And then here's our 1.5 score mark in here, and we're going to fold that to the inside. Let's open it out. Fold that to the inside, and again, very good burnishing. Okay, and now we're going to turn it upside down. And this is our card. Okay, I'll show you how it works. This little flap covers some ribbon that we're going to put under and pull up to decorate there. And that's why we have the little flap. And plus, it's low. It's not as high as the back, so that you can have your little note popping up and out. So now we have it folded, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the corners of the top of our card. Today we're going to use the Detailed Trio punch. I haven't used this for quite a while. And we're going to do two things. This is a fun punch. It has, I know there's a glare there, a rounded corner, a hole for a tag, and a little petal section. Can you see that? So what we're going to do is we're going to do both the rounding and the petal section. And if you can see, it has some good little raised areas so that your card gets exactly right in the right spot. So you just put it in the spot, and I usually do like this. So there, that corner is rounded, and now we're going to do our second corner. We just get it right in where the guidelines are, like that, and then we're going to press that. Okay, so we have two rounded corners now. Hi Diane, good to see you. You're not that late, you're right at the beginning of our card. And now we're going to put the little flower corner in. So we do the same thing again. We move it right into the corner with the guide markers. And look how cute that is. I don't know if you can see it. Oh gosh, there, now you can see it. Isn't that just cute? I don't know why I hadn't, I guess I did forget about this. I guess I did. And then we're going to do this corner also. And I think it just makes a really cute little card back. And I do have to acknowledge that this is a copy. Uh-oh, I think my phone is falling a little bit. This is it is a pattern, a design that was given to me by my friend Donna Kopinski. She's one of my downline, and she showed me this card. And so it's all inspired by her. I've changed the colors, I've changed some of the decorating, but otherwise it's all from her. It's called the Christmas Pocket Greeting Card. Okay, so now what we're going to do, the next thing we need to do is we need to put on our ribbon, because we can't adhere this little flap until we put our ribbon in. So let me grab my ribbon, and for the purple color, I thought this beautiful, what's the name of it? Glitter organdy ribbon. Isn't that pretty? I just thought that would be so nice. So that's what we're going to put under and pull through and tie a knot. So I'm going to flip it under the flap. Here's the flap. And I'm going to put it under there. Let me pull it back so you can see. Right up under the flap. And the first thing I want to do is just measure to make sure I get my tails as long as I want them to be. You know that I like really long tails so that I have plenty of room for tying things, okay? And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, open that up, and I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal Plus down so that it holds my ribbon. And I'm going to put it right under that. So here's the fold. This is our flap, and we want the ribbon right up there in the fold, or touching up to the fold. So I'm going to put my Stampin' Seal Plus so that it really sticks in there, because the worst thing is if your card comes apart when you are giving it to someone. That would be horrible. So I'm just going to slide my ribbon up right next to the fold line there and press it on to the Stampin' Seal Plus, and now it's well adhered. And then I'm going to adhere the rest of the flap down, and it goes onto the inside of the card just like that. So now our ribbon is on the inside. I think that's so clever. I really like this. And so now we're just going to leave it like this for a while, because we're going to work on the front. I wanted to get that part done. And now we're going to work on decorating the front. And the first thing we're going to do is, today I have used the Ombre specialty paper. I don't know if you've seen it. It's black glitter paper. It's like the black glitter paper is what I meant to say. But it's ombre, and you get a sheet, 1 or 2 sheets of Gorgeous Grape. I think you get Bumblebee, and it's, let me just pull out a full sheet for you so that you can see how pretty it is. Let's see, where did that go? Ombre specialty, okay. I'll show you one of the, let's see, that's a half sheet. I think it's either Daffodil Delight or Bumblebee, or it could be Mango Melody. Silly me, I'd have to look it up. But look at how gorgeous this is. You see how nice and light it is at the bottom, from very, very light, almost white, working all the way up to dark. I think it is Mango Melody. And you get a 12 by, I think you get 12 by 12s in each pack of 4 colors: Night of Navy, Poppy Parade, Mango Melody, and Gorgeous Grape. Isn't that just beautiful? And it isn't as pretty when you do cut it up, but it's still pretty. And so what I did is I cut out a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 square from the light end, and I cut out a 4 by 4 square from the dark end of that beautiful paper. And now I'm going to adhere it to the front of my card. And what I want to do is, I'm pondering here, should I go ahead and, I think I will. I was debating as to whether to put the decorations on now or to seal these sides up, and I think we'll go ahead and seal up the sides. And let me show you how to do that. The trick to this is, if you remember, you want to have your pocket greeting coming up and out here. So you don't want to have a wide strip of adhesive. You want it very, very narrow. And even our tear and tape is too wide. So I have discovered that my favorite, all-time favorite multi-purpose glue is exactly what we need. And you just do a thin line. Can you see how thin I'm making that? All the way up, and then turn it around and do the same thing. And that way you will have plenty of room for your little pull-out sentiment, your little pull-out greeting. Okay, so both of our edges along here are now glued, and we're going to put that down. The glue's been adhered, and now we're going to adhere it to each side. And it's amazing, but this glue holds so strong, and it's part of my pretty adhesive pack that I showed you at the beginning, the Darling Pink Pretty Adhesive Pack. And so you can get some of this in your pack if you get it from me. So our edges are pressed down. Now we're ready to put on our other pieces. And this is our dark piece of the Ombre specialty paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it down to the very bottom. It's going to touch the bottom with a margin on each side. The reason is because I want to leave plenty of room for my knot or bow up at the top. And this I'm going to adhere with my multi-purpose glue. I just got about 4 more of these because I do go through them pretty quickly, mostly because I love them so much. Okay, so bring it all the way down, equal distance on the left and the right, and just press that down. Thank you, Kate. You know, it's the materials. The ombre paper, the pretty punch, it really is. It's just, these materials are just so pretty. Now let's take a look back at our sample, because we always want to, I like to double check, and you can see what we've done now. We've put the bottom layer of our ombre glimmer paper, I think it's just called specialty paper. And now we're ready to put the light panel on top, the light square. And we're going to do that with Stampin' Dimensionals. One thing I've found is that when you're using this glitter paper, Dimensionals adhere it really well. Now, the back of the glitter paper, as you can see, is kind of just like a piece of cardstock. And that will adhere, as I used this over here, it'll adhere to cardstock very well. But when you go adhering this to the glitter paper, the Dimensionals will work really well for you. So let's put this on. I've been pondering ever since I made this very pretty purple card this morning, who do I want to give this one to, because I think it's just extra pretty. And again, it's kind of an over-the-top one card. You can make a more simple one, but I just kind of went all out here. And I want to make sure to get it lined up equal distance from each end. That's kind of each side. That's the trick. Okay, there we go. Now, after I've said this to you about the fact that it's better not to use glue when you're adhering it to the glitter paper, I'm going to do it. But only because this beautiful, I went ahead and die cut this beautiful doily from the Encircled in Beauty. I think it's the Encircled in Beauty, let me check, dies. Yep. And the area here is so small, none of our little dimensionals fit in there. So we're going to put our tiny dots of glue, very tiny, and the only thing we have to do is just hold it a little bit longer to our, when we press it down. And I'm just putting glue just in tiny areas where there's enough cardstock to put a dot of glue. And it isn't much, because this die is so, so pretty. I just love these Encircled in Beauty dies. I don't know about you guys, but I love them. If you haven't gotten them, don't wait, because, well, I've been using mine a lot since I got them. But then again, I'm a doily lover. Let me know, do you guys like doilies on your cards? I really do. I know they're a little old-fashioned. They're a little what they call now vintage. But, you know, truthfully, I'm kind of a vintage stamper. I like me some shabby chic and a little vintage. Okay, so just a little bit of glue. It's not much. And now we're going to turn this over and put it right in the center of our light ombre glimmer paper. And like I mentioned, I'm going to hold this down for a few minutes so that it really adheres well. You only need a few little, you only need a little bit of glue, and once it's adhered, it does hold. I would rather have room for dimensionals and be able to adhere this with dimensionals, but the doily is just too narrow. Isn't that just pretty? Okay, now we're ready to do our sentiment circle. Well, actually, I think we can go ahead and tie our ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and tie it in a knot today. I'm not the best knot maker. I'm a better bow maker. But we're going to put more ribbon down below, and I want to leave plenty of room to have more ribbon. So this is going to be simple, just a knot. And I'm going to try to do it while holding on here with my finger. See if I can get that through there. I think it's kind of supposed to be a square knot. I was in Girl Scouts, and I think that must be where I learned it, but I'm not sure if I'm saying the right thing. So oh, it is kind of a square knot. I think I did it. I think I did okay. I hope it's a little bit off to the side. Let's see what I can do about that. I think I'm gonna, well, let's see. I think I'm not happy. Oh, Pam, a girl after my own heart. She loves doilies. Okay, I'm going to try to retie because I'm just not happy with how that goes. I know you guys are perfectionists also, so I'm not feeling really guilty. The only trick is trying to get this back. There we go. It's coming now. It's a nice firm ribbon. It's good for tying. It really is. So here we go. Let's try it again. I just put my scissors in there to pull it open a little bit. And the thing we know is that it's adhered very well on the inside, right? We adhered it really well on the inside. Okay, come out, little guy. Okay, I'm getting it. There we go. Okay. So I already had a point in mind. I put the doily on with these a flat area at the top, a flat little area, and a flat at the bottom. So that's where I want my knot to be, and that's why I was not pleased, because that's what I had in mind, is that that's where it should go. Now let's see if we can do it, if I can do it better this time. You guys would do a great job, I already know that. Okay, there we go. It's not as pretty of a knot. It's not quite as tight as I want it, but it'll do. Nobody will notice. And look how pretty that looks. Isn't that just pretty? Okay, now we're ready for our sentiment piece. I have just a scrap of, well, actually, what I'm talking about is we're going to make the circle in here that says Joyful Seasons, okay? And so this is a scrap of basic white. I'm going to use some Gorgeous Grape ink, and here's my stamp. And we can just stamp it anywhere because we're going to cut it out with a circle die. I love this. I like this stamp very much. I like the little holly and the berries. I like the font. I like that it's in a circle. Cute, cute. Okay, and now we're going to get our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss guide. And this is a 1.5-inch circle die from the Layering Circle dies. And I'm going to put that right around. It fits absolutely perfectly, as you would expect. And now we're just going to run this through. And I think this is the only thing we're die cutting today, because I did the other die cutting a little bit earlier, so to speed up a little bit. Okay, and now we're ready. Here's our little insert. Isn't that cute? You love doilies too, Holly. I'm so glad. I love doilies. And now what we're going to do with our ribbon, I wanted to show you this little trick, is I'm going to kind of overlap it a little bit like this a couple of times, and I'm going to adhere it to the back of the circle using, in fact, I'll do the ribbon again, but I want to use my Stampin' Seal Plus to get that all nice and sticky. And now we'll do this again. We're going to fold the ribbon long enough so that it's going to poke out from the edges, right? And actually, I think I'm just going to do it that much. Let's see. And just adhere it right on there. Press down in the back. And now all we have to do is use a couple of dimensionals to put it right on there. Doesn't that look kind of cute? It adds a little more bling, a little more fun. And then the sentiment and the ribbon, whoops, are raised up. And so they draw your attention to them. So here we go, Joyful Season. Okay, now all of the outside of our card is done. The only thing we need to do now is our slide out piece. And what we're going to do, we're using a thin piece of Highland Heather cardstock. It's 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. And I'll try to remember to put the measurements under here on this Facebook page for you. And the piece of basic white is 5 by 3. And it's actually larger than the other piece, but I'm going to show you why. Okay, so we're going to put on our sentiment that says, what does it say here? Sending love, right? And we're going to put that right up at the top, because that's what's going to be seen, is sending love. So we're just going to pop this right up here. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love the font and the cursive writing in this one stamp set. Heartfelt Wishes. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? You don't see that much anymore. And so that is our sending love. And what we're going to do is, I've got them each cut so that the white overlaps and they both meet at the bottom, leaving enough room for us to pull this out. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to take a little bit more ribbon, just a little bit. We need to make a little pull tab with our ribbon. So there's a little bit more. And I'm going to do it on the back of the Sending Love piece. Put a little more of our Seal Plus there. And then I'm going to come back in and put some more Seal Plus over top of that. And there's our little tab. So here is the way it's going to look once we glue it down. You see the little tab and how it comes out from back there so that you can pull it? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my glue again and put it all along here, because this is what's going to be, we're going to glue this to the back of the basic white piece. And I think I need to do just a little bit more up here. And then the trick is adhere it where this is, the bases are together. Okay. They match at the bottom. And then what happens is that little tab just sticks out there like that. Isn't that kind of cute? And that's the end of your card. That's it right there. then we just slide this little guy right in here, and he slides in real perfectly because we were careful to just do a thin line of glue on each side. Now you can do this as simply as you want. You could just make the basic card. You don't even have to do the edges at all. For example, like this one, I did not do anything to the top edges. I just left them completely square, and then did this piece. I stamped the top, and then I stamped something down here, but on this one I'm not going to. And that was an easier card to do, just a piece, and you don't even need to do a tag. You could just do a piece of designer series paper. Thank you, Linda. I really like this card. Oh, I forgot about our envelope. Well, let's see. I'll just show you what I did for the envelope for the other one. I just stamped that fun stamp right there, and Joyful Season. It's quick and easy, really, if you don't go to quite all the trouble that I went to. It's really quick and easy card to make, and it's fun for people to receive because they just pull out this little tab and the card comes right up. I think it's a fun one, and I really thank my friend Donna for showing me how to make this card. And I'll post this on YouTube, and I'll put the dimensions, the measurements down below each one so that you can see how to do it. Thanks for stopping by today. Oh, Jessica, first-time viewer, thank you so much. I am glad you're here. Well, let me remind you then, our prize for this week, I choose one of the people who comments and writes the word prize, and the prize I'm giving away this week is some of the, well, not really retired, but unavailable anymore. It's the Penguin paper, right? Yeah. Penguin Playmates designer series paper that was a free gift during Celebration, and I know a lot of people wanted more of this and weren't able to get it, and it's no longer available. So if you want this paper, I do have to cut it down to 6x6 to transmit it to ship it to you. But if you want this, put the word prize in your comment, and then you'll be in the drawing. And then you come back next Wednesday and watch and see if your name was drawn. And if it was, you need to let me know your address so that I can get it to you. So thank you so much. Have a great week. Get lots of shopping done, and go over to my online shop and take advantage of some of the great specials going on right now. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.